Quipfire Improv Comedy from Princeton University. We're so excited to be here. What we're going to do for you tonight is called Close Quarters. It's a type of long form in which the scenes all take place in the same general area. But now, to get inspired for that location, what we need from you is a long text message. If you've gotten a long, interesting text message that you'd be willing to share with us, maybe a back and forth, people looking through their phones.
I love rabbit. Sounds awesome. What was the name of that restaurant?
All right. Thank you very much. Greg?
Eric?
The woods are the place where a man becomes a man.
You told me that many times before.
Yeah. I wish Dad were here.
Listen,
I try to play the manly man card for you.
you've done a great job. You've done a great job. Okay, I never would have made varsity baseball if it wasn't for you. But you can't beat yourself up about it, all right? It was his fault he got pulled into that tracker. It wasn't you.
Look, it's just that maybe if I had been a better older brother, you would have, I don't know, you would have gone to school for something, or you would have.
Schooling? Who needs schooling?
I think you do.
I need schooling.
You've just been spinning your wheels in this small town.
All right, working at the 7-Eleven is a prestigious career.
You can tell yourself that, but
I do a great public service, I'll have you know. All right?
now look, everyone looks forward to seeing it, all right? And Lord knows that place would fall apart without your organization and eye toward efficiency. But what you could have done in a business school.
All right, business school, that's for city folk. I don't need any of that. Look, if we're gonna hunt, let's hunt. Let's get rid of this, future talk and what I'm gonna do with myself, or
Fine,
what
fine.
direction is my life
Fine,
having.
yeah. It's just that Dad on his deathbed pulled me aside and said, "You look out for your brother. You make sure he's taken care of." And
He lost a lot of blood after the tractor.
well, I know that.
The woods, a place that we can just be girls without worrying about boys.
That's like, let your stuff out.
Just like wear a sports bra and light blue shorts that don't
And
match the
feel
sports
good
bra.
about it. Feel good about sports bra for once.
Yeah, I will just vomit if I have to see another thing that reminds me of my relationship with Steven.
You can't see anything. Steven would never venture into the woods. Steven is nothing about being yourself.
Yeah, unless the other day he was crying so much that he carved our names into a tree with a little heart. I'm doing okay.
Sharon, you're fine.
Yeah.
We are having an adventure, okay? You're gonna forget him.
Yeah.
You were doing so good till
I know.
just now.
I know. I mean, it's a good thing that he was such a indoorsy guy. He always...
And like such a douche, okay? You gotta get over it. We're leaving him behind.
Yeah. Listen, Shelby.
Yeah.
Remember how things went down with you and Anthony? It took you 6 months to be back to being the friend that I knew and loved, And I don't want to do that to you because I remember how hard that was for me.
But I've learned all of the lessons,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna bestow them upon you in this weekend.
All right, you city slickers. I know you're so interested to see what goes on in those crazy wilderness places. So here we are.
Planet Earth just really opened up my eyes.
We smoked last weekend and watched Planet Earth.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Okay. It's a little bit different to be out in it.
Well,
all right?
It's less HD, I feel.
Yeah. I feel like it was sharper, on the TV, but I think it's really cool to not have so much of an overhead perspective, to really just be standing here.
When is Morgan Freeman going to start the narration?
I don't know if that happens. Why don't you, do you narrate this walking tour?
Look, guys, when you called me up and said, hey, we're so delighted that we have a cousin who lives out in...
Near a woods.
Yeah, near a woods. Would you be willing to show us around? I honestly barely knew you guys, but I'd figure, hey, you know, we had the same grandparents, so I would. Honestly, I don't know that much about this place.
You live so close.
Yeah,
I know. There's trees. I got bit by a tick once.
Oh.
What? Wow, what was that like?
Yeah.
It itched. I don't know. I got a shot for Lyme disease.
For real?
Look, you guys have never invited me to New York.
Well, what would you want to do with a city? There's nothing exciting about a
The
city.
city is so boring.
Yeah.
I mean, we sit inside and watch Planet Earth all the time.
But there's cars going by and there's people doing stuff.
Yeah, boring
stuff. Like clubs.
There's
like
trees here, like old, fascinating trees.
And you're just like so natural.
Yeah.
Everyone we know in the city is just so polluted and fake.
You guys, I own a gas station.
Don't you like compost your own waste and like have solar panels on the house? Or like I thought, am I thinking of someone else?
Your women don't shave, right?
Yeah.
No, they do. My wife is a very beautiful woman who you never met because you didn't come to the wedding.
It wasn't in the woods. What do you want from us?
Yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't do a wedding here, like in the fall.
It's your natural habitat.
Yeah. Where do you keep your hatchet?
Thanks for helping me with the compost pile. Not many people volunteer to be in the environmental club anymore.
I'm committed to being your stepfather. If it means joining a middle school club, I will. I visited the principal. I filled out a special adult club membership form. I will compost with you until you call me dad.
Thanks, Derek.
So close. It starts with a D, so every time it almost sounds like it. We'll get there. We'll get there.
I mean, I really appreciate the bonding time with you, but do you think sometime I might make kid friends?
That's up to you, girl. If you want to just stick with me, fine. I'm going to be here for you. But if you want to branch out, that's okay.
Well, maybe I could kind of like treat you as a kid friend. Like we could be girlfriends.
Is that going to get you closer to Dad instead of Derek?
Sure.
Sure, then. Sure.
Okay, well, I thought we could wear camo mini skirts for the next meeting.
I don't know that it would be appropriate for me to arrive at your class in a camo mini skirt.
Alright, maybe this isn't going to work.
Come on. I've been with your mom for a long time, and you haven't let me in until recently. We're making an effort. For your mom. And for me, because I desperately want you to call me Dad.
Thanks, Derek. It really means a lot to me. I've never really had people spend time with me, so.
Can I ask why? I don't know a lot about your childhood. Your mother never really gave me details, but it sounded like it was going to go down this sort of frightening path.
I don't really like to talk about it. I mean, I guess I can tell you though, since you're my Derek. For a long time in my life, I was pretty convinced that I was a forest fairy.
Little kids always have a big amount. That doesn't seem so bad to me.
But it actually lasted until about a month ago.
Greg. See, the thing about skinning a deer is that you got to get really deep in there, and I don't think you should marry Lila.
Listen, Rick, you're not Dad. I know you don't try to be, but you're not.
It's just that when he was gargling up his last breath,
That tractor really tore him apart.
it destroyed him.
There was like nothing left after that.
He said to me what I'm fairly certain was, "Don't let Greg marry Lila. He will destroy the family."
Lila is a wonderful woman. How dare you say that about her? I'll skin you alive.
Come on, look at yourself.
We were out enjoying a hobby. What do you mean?
Greg, it's just... Why can't you look up to me like you looked up to Dad?
Lila and me have the same level of education. We get along well, okay? We get the same references.
That's what I'm saying, Greg. She holds you back.
Look, just because we like to watch Teen Mom 2 together does not mean that we're an incompatible couple.
Greg.
We're really messing up this deer.
It's just, I would feel a lot better if you just didn't marry Lila, started going to the Lutheran church again, and...
Look, I'm not confessing to no minister.
All right.
Look, what have you done with your life? Raised a family, had 3 kids, you know, a steady job.
Yes,
You
I
think
did.
that impresses me?
I did all of those things. Yes, and they
When's the last time
should.
you did what you wanted to do?
My whole life when I was raising the family, having the job, the one thing I didn't do, Greg, is be there for you.
What do you want from me?
Look, you don't have to agree to divorce or not get married to your...
You really should not have shot the deer with a shotgun at point blank range. It's like, it's just eviscerated.
Look, I've had a lot of pent-up rage ever since I saw what happened to our father. He was more puddle of blood than he was a man by the time I got to the hospital.
But he still had managed to get off those dying breaths.
I think so. It was like...
Sharon, you deserve to be treated like the princess that you are.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And anytime you get someone speaks to you poorly, anytime you get an insufficient text message that could be read as hurt rather than friendly, you tell them that.
Yeah. You're right. I should stand up for myself.
Yes.
Like this leaf. It's a...
Explain the analogy.
This leaf was on a tree, and trees are strong and hardy, and leaves rely on trees in order to exist, but trees rely on leaves as well, and leaves create an amazing symbiotic relationship, and then when nature changes...
Who are you?
Well, I guess I want to be a leaf who can just fall to the ground when it realizes that it's no longer needed. But instead I just feel torn apart.
Don't say that, Sharon.
Wait, that felt really good though.
If tearing leaves is what's going to help you through this, go for it.
I imagine that it's a battle between the side where the stem is and the side where the stem isn't. You know? And you just want to...
You know, that's the good metaphor in this, okay? That you had a battle with your last boyfriend, and you thought you cared about him because that was what you knew.
Yeah.
But it's a battle between what you know is actually good for you, okay?
Okay.
And you have to let the right side win.
Right.
I think you should appreciate how much better my analogy was than yours.
It's just like breakups, they always remind me so much of dirt.
Alright, gather around, guys. I know we haven't seen any birds yet today, but just keep patient. We will see them
I want to
soon.
see a bird!
Listen, I'm telling you, we'll see one soon. Just keep looking with your binoculars and look through the book, and we'll see what we identify. Okay?
Dad, you told me I'd see birds!
Come on. I'm really trying to be there.
You only paid me $7 an hour, right? So what'd you
And
expect?
I only get 2 weekends a month, so...
Alright, let's just look through binoculars and everyone say what you see, okay? I see a freeway. Okay.
I see a rapidly deteriorating relationship between two estranged family members that one of them just really trying hard at, and the other won't really appreciate that until many years down the road. And that's just me.
I see no bird!
What about you, lovely couple? What
Jim, this is the worst honeymoon ever.
But I planned everything to a T. We were supposed to see, I had a blue jay, and I tied a letter to it that just had a big heart, and it was supposed to fly by. I released it 15 minutes ago.
Oh, I saw a hawk with a blue jay in its talon.
How'd you see a hawk and I didn't see the hawk?
I was looking the other way. You guys were all like, sorry.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, way to do your job.
Dad, this guy's the worst. Get rid of him.
I would love to. I really would. But he's our only way back, so.
Let's see, what else do you see? I see two kind of like lazing about hunters. I think is that a deer on the ground? I can't tell.
Ew.
I see an ex-wife who's really good at tearing up in court.
Where are you seeing this?
So, I heard that that you're the only other person in the compost club who's the believer.
Forest fairies?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't gonna tell anyone, but a few years ago, I came to these woods and I saw these two girls wearing only underwear. They were just kind of dishing gossip to me. This is the magic of the forest.
Those were so fairies.
I've been trying to find them ever since, but you know, Derek kind of weighs me down.
Oh, Derek's like your friend or something.
No, he's my step Derek.
Shelby!
What?
Shelby, I can't find you.
I'm over here.
Oh.
Those are the same voices.
Oh my god. What if we came up on them and they were naked? That's what fairies do here.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Anne Marie?
What?
Someone told me she had a threesome with 2 other girls.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
This is gonna be the best.
This is like the conversation version of magic.
Maybe you should leave the magic interpretation to me.
Okay, you're more experienced.
Yeah.
Since you've had a sighting.
Yeah. I logged it in my sighting journal.
I just wish we could see them. Also, why are they so far apart from each other? You would figure that if they were out here together, they'd just be like standing next to each other having a conversation.
Shelby, did you find a 4-leaf clover? I really wanted one.
I tried so hard.
There's none over here.
Oh, here neither.
This is really bugging me because their voices are so loud, they must be really close to us.
Yeah. All right, cousins. All right, this is the end of our tour. I just have a final piece of advice to tell you guys. This is a piece of woodland advice I picked up. So this is a leaf, and it's attached to a tree. It is strong. And we, like that leaf, can also be strong.
Oh, that side won.
Yeah.
Yeah.